Hey everybody, what's up? Long time no see. It's been a little while since I've streamed or done anything on YouTube. It's good to be back. As the title says, I'm not dead. Shocking, I know, but I'm still here. And in this video, I kind of wanted to go through what's been going on, talk about my health a little bit, and my return to streaming, because I do plan on coming back very soon. So let's go ahead and jump into it. So you probably remember back in January, I pretty much came out with that video talking about what happened, talking about my health, talking about kind of taking a break from streaming and YouTube, taking a hiatus, and then taking care of myself. I've been doing that. I've taken this time to change my diet around. I'm working on losing weight. I've lost 12 pounds, and my goal is to lose 100. So, we're getting there. Long way to go, but we're getting there. I wanted to lose weight even before I had the heart attack, but this is just more incentive to lose the weight now. I had already planned on it, but with the state of my health, it would help in the long run. As for that, I've been eating a lot of fruits and vegetables and grains and chicken and turkey and fish and a lot of seafood. I've limited my processed foods and red meat consumption by a lot. I'm eating about 1,500 calories a day. Overall, I feel a lot better. I have more energy. We're on week 9 of no caffeine, which in the beginning was a little rough, but now I don't need it. I drink decaf. I don't really need the caffeine. So we're on week 9 of absolutely zero caffeine, and that's no caffeine from teas or coffee or sodas. I have limited my soda consumption dramatically. I've had maybe one soda in the last 3 weeks, if that. Probably longer. I drink a lot of water. I drink a lot of decaffeinated teas like herbal and fruit teas. So just trying to put the good stuff into my body so we don't have that happen again. Trigger warning ahead, I'm going to be talking about some mature, sensitive topics, and I don't want it to affect anyone. So if you want, you can go ahead and skip about this part. I'm going to be talking about mental health and some struggles I've been dealing with. But I do think it should be talked about more. I've been doing some research and I've been looking into it, and it seems a lot of patients struggle with depression after leaving the hospital. And it seems like it happens to a lot of patients when it's about cardiovascular issues. So I think that should be a topic that should be talked about more, because I definitely struggled with it. There were a few days where I just did not want to get out of bed, that I was super depressed, and it just was not a good time at all. I had very bad thoughts, and my depression is one of those things that one thing leads to another, and it's a snowball effect, and it makes your mind not kind to you. And I had been struggling with that a little bit because, I'm relatively healthy. I have some health issues. I have to get cataract surgery in my eyes. I have diabetes. I have depression. Now I got heart issues, and it builds up, and for being young, it definitely makes you wonder, why me? Why is this happening? So I do think it should be a topic discussed more with follow-up doctors after the hospital. So let's talk about my health for a little bit. We've talked about my diet. We've talked about, the mental health situations going on. Let's talk about my actual health and my doctor's appointments. In January, I don't remember if my last video was before or after my doctor's appointment. But I'll do a quick summary of my doctor's appointment in January, and then we'll talk about February, and then we'll talk about my most recent doctor's appointment that happened last Friday. So in January, I went and saw the cardiologist. It was a follow-up after my hospital appointment, and he basically said, we need to do an MRI to see how much damage your heart and your heart muscles have sustained because you had a pretty severe heart attack. I had a STEMI, which is basically the worst form of a heart attack you can have, and they don't know what caused it. So he ordered a MRI. He kept me on my beta blocker and my blood pressure medicine. And, I was supposed to have my MRI done in the 31st of January, but something happened where my doctor or somebody in his staff didn't send over the paperwork to the insurance company, and it was never approved. So the hospital had to turn me away that day. I got it resolved, and on the 16th of February, I actually got my MRI done. I went into the tube. I listened to one of my favorite bands, The Midnight, Synthwave. I was in there for almost 2 hours. It was not fun. It was okay. I get claustrophobic, but I wasn't too claustrophobic from the tube, but my arm fell asleep. And if anybody who has never had an MRI, once you're in there and once it starts scanning you, you cannot move. You cannot move at all, because if you move, you mess it all up and you have to start over. Or if you're lucky, there's a spot in the middle of the scans where you can start over and fix it. So my arm fell asleep halfway through. So my arm was asleep for an hour, which was not fun. But other than that, it was okay. It was alright. I would rather not do it ever again, but if I had to, it's not horrible. It's not painful. It's just mildly uncomfortable, and it takes a while. So that was done on the 16th of February. Sorry about that random cut in the video. I had to sneeze, and I figured you didn't want to hear that on the video. So where was I? I was talking about my newest doctor's appointment on the 4th, this last Friday, the 4th of March. My doctor seemed in good spirits. The MRI scans came back. Everything was normal. My heart is back to normal. I say that loosely because my heart rate is still up, as well as my blood pressure. So I'm still on the beta blockers and I'm still on the blood pressure medicine. But my heart pumping function is back to normal. It was weekend when I was at the hospital. It's back to normal. I have been dealing with some chest pain lately, and I refused to go to the doctor. Well, not refused, but I refused to go to the hospital because I kind of figured I knew what it was, and it is my myocarditis. And for those of you who are going to come out and say that it was caused by the vaccine, because I am vaccinated, it's not caused by the vaccine. I've had myocarditis before, years ago, way before COVID even happened, and the myocarditis was caused from my heart attack. So let's get that out of the way. The myocarditis is still there. Muscles are still inflamed and swollen, and that's what's been causing my chest pain. So the doctor said it'll go away on its own. There's no real way to say when it'll go away, but myocarditis usually clears up on its own. He'll monitor it. He wanted me to have a stress test done, but He decided against it because he was going through my heart catheter records and my charts, and he changed his mind. He called me later after the appointment, changed his mind because I had no blockages, but he did say he would like me to do a sleep study to see if I have sleep apnea. So that's kind of where we're at. My heart is back to pumping to normal. Um, it was pumping at 45 to 50% in the hospital, and we're back to normal at 55%. Heart looks healthy. My muscles were preserved. There was no damage. I really dodged a bullet, to say the least, because my cardiologist and myself were both kind of expecting some form of damage because of how severe of a heart attack I had. So coming out with absolutely no damage it's big, and I'm very happy for that. So it seems that you all are stuck with me for a little bit longer, whether you like it or not. I'm still here, and I'm happy to be here, and I'm happy to be with all of you. So we've talked about my health. We've talked about my doctor's appointments. We've talked about my diet, no caffeine. We've talked about how I'm still alive. Plot twist, newsflash, spoiler alert. I'm still here. Let's talk about streaming, because that's a big one. We haven't talked about yet. I do plan on coming back. I do plan on coming back to streaming. I plan on coming back to my normal schedule. I know I've been gone a while, and I appreciate everybody's support and patience as I'm going through this. I wanted to come back to streaming sooner, but there were a few nights where I thought long and hard about coming back to streaming. But ultimately, I decided against it because I was going through an adjustment period with my medicine, and mentally I was not all there. Not saying I was crazy. I was just mentally I was very depressed, and I was going through a really dark period. I'm better now. So I decided not to come back to streaming because I wouldn't be fun. I also went through a spell where any video game I touched was just not fun. I tried Phasmo, not fun. I've tried Minecraft, not fun. I tried Elder Scrolls Online, not fun. I tried playing Battlefront again, not fun. GTA was fun for like 30 minutes and then wasn't fun. So I was going through a spell where just nothing was fun. And it was any game I touched. I even tried some newer games that I had never played before that were on Game Pass. No, not fun. So that's since passed. So I do look to be coming back very soon. I took the time off to recuperate and take care of my health. That goes without saying. With my time off, I've been walking more. I'm up to walking about 2 miles a day now, and I look to be going further than that. Before I was barely walking half a mile a day, because I work on a computer all day and I come home and I stream and I'm on the computer all day. So, with that being said, within the next couple weeks, I should be returning. I might pop in for a surprise stream here or there, but I'm looking to be fully back, or at least back in some capacity, very, very soon. I have some ideas for different games we can play on Twitch. I have some ideas for some YouTube videos. I have an idea for my friend to come in and we'll do a video where we are collaborating. God, that's a tongue twister. But other than that, everything seems to be good. And You know, I like again, I've said it before, but I appreciate everybody's support. I really, really do. I know I'm not a big streamer and I know I'm not super popular, but the community that I do have is fantastic. And I love you guys and thank you for sticking by my side, whether it be in Discord or in some of the games we might have talked in and played in, or Twitter. Or even my YouTube videos. I appreciate you all for sticking in my corner while I'm going through these health issues, and I look to be coming back very, very soon. So, on that note, I hope to see you guys very soon. Um, if you want to keep up with my video, if you're new here, I know this really isn't a video for new people to come in and watch, because you're probably thinking, who the hell is this guy with his health issues? But if you're new here, and if you enjoy my ramblings in my videos, click down below, subscribe to the YouTube channel. I stream on my new schedule. What is it? Tuesday, Wednesdays, and Fridays at 7:30 at night Eastern. We're very chill over there. It's a very chill community. We are very relaxed, and that's a community I'm very proud of. So, with that being said, be safe out there, everybody. Take care of yourselves, and I'll see you all very, very soon. Let's see if I remember how to stream and do this stuff.